Hey everybody, made it to chapter 7. One of my favorite chapters. Why? Because we're talking about equations and inequalities. When you think about math, what do you always think of? Solving equations, right? Because we do that for a very, very, very long time. From here on out, right? We're always solving equations and inequalities. So here we go. So today, specifically, we're in the first lesson, and we're going to be talking about writing equations in one variable. Writing equations in one variable. What does in one variable mean? It just simply means with one variable. So you could put with one variable there if you like. So we have to have a couple definitions nailed down. First is expression. Of course, this is a review for you guys. We've done expressions, but an expression is composed of numbers and or variables and operations. So we remember like 4 is an expression. 9 plus 7 is an expression, but so is x minus 12. So is 3x. Those are all expressions, right? Okay, so an equation, the definition of an equation, is a mathematical sentence that uses an equal sign to show that two expressions are equal. So here's an expression. We'll use 4, and then we have 3x. So an equation would be 4 equals 3x. That's technically an equation. Now we could also have equations with variables on both sides. I could have like 3x equals x minus 12. That would be an equation as well. But today we're working with equations that have one variable. All right, so let's do some equation writing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 different sentences. We're going to write those sentences as mathematical equations. So the sum of a number and 9 is 16. Well, let's see. What stands out? Sum stands out, right? I think sum. We know sum means add. A number. They tell us what number? No, they just said a number. And when they don't tell us the number that's supposed to go there, they just say a number. We add a variable. You can use whatever variable you want. I'll just choose x. And sum of a number and 9, so that's interesting. Let's see. Is what? Well, it is 16, they tell us. So is means equals. All right, so let's piece it together. The sum of a number and 9. So to me, that means the sum of 2 things. What are those 2 things? A number and 9. And then they say that sum of a number and 9 is 16. Is, we said, means equals, and then we have 16. That would be the equation right there, okay? A number decreased by 22 is 91. So a number, they don't tell us what, let's just use x, okay? But decreased by 22, so that means to me subtract, and then how much? 22 right there. And when you do that, it is 91. So to me that says a number decreased by 22 is 91, equals 91, like that. That's a bad one right there. Okay, and then 4 times a number is 44. 4 times a number, what number? I don't know. Let's use m. So 4 times a number, which they don't say, so we'll use m, is 44, equals 44. There you go. It's that simple. All right, so equations are really useless, right? There's really no reason we should ever use them. Incorrect. And we're going to talk about equations in the context of coffee. So I'm sure that most of y'all's parents probably have a Keurig. Most people do nowadays. It's kind of revolutionized the way we drink coffee at home. And today we're specifically going to talk about Peet's Coffee, and we are going to talk about Dunkin' Donuts. And you can get K-Cups of both of those for your Keurig machine. So here we go. All right, so at the K-Cup packaging facility, an employee is packaging up some coffee to be sent out to stores. I should say to be sent out to stores. The following box, along with 1,000 others just like it, okay, identical, are going to be shipped out today. What equation can we write to find out how many total K-Cups are being sent out? Okay, so I'm going to give us some options, and then we're going to kind of browse through them. All right, so let's browse through here. K equals 12 plus 8. Okay, again, what equation can we write to find out? So we're trying to find out how many total K-Cups are being sent out. So in this box, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Pete's. Okay, that's not going to show up. 12. And then from Dunkin', we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 8. Okay, so let's see. 12 plus 8. K equals 12 plus 8. That makes sense, right? Well, it would, but they're sending out 1,000 boxes. K equals 12 plus 8 just tells us how many K-Cups are in that box, so that one's not going to work, all right? What about K equals 12 times 8? Well, 12 times 8, I mean, it seems to me this box has 12 and 8, right? And so is there anything about 1,000 in there? No, so I think we're going to scrap that one. Okay, what about this one? 12 and 8, 1,000. So let's see. K is equal to 1,000 times 12 plus 8. Wait, 1,000 identical boxes, and there's 12 and 8 in each. So, yeah, 1,000 times 12 plus 8, right? Close. In fact, it's very close. But here's the issue. Think about order of operations. When you set up this equation, you're taking 1,000 times 12, right? Yeah, sure, it's good. But if there's 1,000 Pete's going out, what about the Dunkin'? If you set it up this way, you're only taking 1,000 times 12, not the 8, right? That would be 12,000 Pete's, but only 8 Dunkin's going out. So that's not going to work. So that brings us to our last one. K equals, okay, the total K-Cups we're sending out equals 1,000 times 12 plus 8. Well, if you think about 1,000, they say there's 1,000 identical boxes, right? And if you think about what 12 plus 8 represents, it actually represents that box, right? So you could almost say it's 1,000 times one box, so 1,000 identical boxes. And that is what we want. And it's set up that way on purpose because what we do is we figure out how many total are in one box, and then we multiply it by 1,000. Now, you could also do it this way. You could use distributive property. How many total Pete's coffees are going out? 12,000. Plus, how many total Dunkin'? 8,000. All right, y'all, we're going to talk way more about this in class and do a lot more work with equations. Just want to kind of get you started. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon.